few things I'd like to say before the show starts. I'm really proud of my cast and everything that we've accomplished so far. Just a disclaimer, some of them do have scripts in their hands, but it's not a completely relied on thing. And I thought maybe they should have them because I do want to sacrifice the integrity of the show for it to look good. And we've worked really hard on this, and we're really excited for you to see it. So, I present to you Little Women!
Always loyal. In the courtyard below, hounds brayed, horses pranced, and servants hurried about, for the count was going to hunt Bob Boy. Away they went with the merry of music, clatter of hoofs, and ring of voices, till the pleasant clamor died away in the distant woods.
Joe! Joe, where are you?
Up here in the garret. I have to find us a new role for you, Meg, when I finish my latest story. Fun. I'll play against on this.
I don't mean to act after the show for Christmas night. I'm getting too old for such things.
But you're the best actress we've got, and there'll be an end to everything if you quit the board.
Never mind that now. Come down. It's almost time for tea.
Is Marmee home?
Not sure. I'm sure she's on the way.
You know, Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents.
It's so dreadful to be poor.
I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things, but others nothing at all.
We've got mother and father and each other.
We haven't got father and shall not have him for a long time, perhaps.
Please don't say what you're thinking, Joe.
It's only because he's off far away where the fighting is.
It's going to be a hard winter for everyone, and Marmee thinks we ought not to spend money for pleasure when our men are suffering so in the army.
And March gave us each $1, and the army wouldn't be much help by our getting that. Now, I agree not to accept anything from Marmee or you, but I do want to buy the book Undine and Sunshine for myself. I've been wanting it for so long.
I plan to spend mine on music.
I shall get a nice new box of Faber's drawing pencils.
See, Marmee won't wish us to give up everything. Let's go out and buy what we want. Let's have a little fun. I'm sure we work hard enough to earn it.
I know I have. Taking care of those tiresome king children nearly all day when I'm longing to enjoy myself at home.
You don't have half the hard time I do. How would you like to be shut up for hours by Aunt March, who is never satisfied and worries you till you're ready to fly out the window?
It's not even a fret, but I do think that washing dishes and keeping things tidy is the worst work in the world.
I don't believe any of you suffer as I do, where you don't have to go to school with imperative girls who laugh at your dresses and label your father to be as rich.
If you mean libel, Amy, you better say so and not talk about Papa as if he was a pickle.
I know what I mean, and you needn't be satirical about it.
Satirical?
Don't peck at one another, children. Don't you wish we had the money that Papa lost when we were little, Joe? Dear me, how happy and good we'd be if we had no worries.
You said the other day you thought we were far better off than the king children. They fight and fret all the time despite their money.
I did, Beth, dear. Well, we are pretty jolly set, as Joe would say.
Joe uses such slang words. No, Joe, it's so boyish.
That's why I do it.
I detest rude, unladylike girls.
And I hate effective nimmy-pimmy chicks.
Birds in their little nests agree.
Really, girls, you were both to be blamed. You were old enough to leave off boyish tricks, Josephine. It didn't matter so much when you were little, but you must remember that you were to become a young lady.
I'm not. And I hate to think I had to grow up and become Miss March. I'm just dying to go fight for Papa.
Poor Joe. You must be content with making your name boyish and playing brother to us girls.
And Papa isn't fighting, Joe. He's a chaplain giving aid to the soldiers. As for you, Amy, your airs are funny now, but you'll become an affected little goose if you don't take care.
If Joe's a tomboy and Amy's a goose, what am I, please?
You're a dear, Beth, and nothing else.
Our own little mouse.
It's 6 o'clock. Why isn't Marmee home?
Where can Mother be so late?
Goodness only knows. The humble boy came a begging for help, and
soon, I'm sure, so fry up your cakes and have everything ready for tea.
I would warm Marmy's slippers by the fire.
Quite worn out, Marmy must have a new pair.
I thought I would buy her some with my dollar.
No, I shall.
I'm the oldest.
I'm the man of the family now that Papa's away, so I shall provide the slippers.
Let's all get Marmy something for Christmas and not get anything for ourselves.
That's like you, dear. We'll make her think we're buying things for ourselves and then surprise her.
We must go shopping.
Tomorrow, Meg. There's still so much to do about the play that we ought to rehearse right now. Come on, Amy, do the fainting scene again. You're stiff as a poker mat.
I can't help it. I've never seen anyone faint. And I don't choose to make myself all black and blue.
Do it like this. Alas, Rodrigo, save me! Woo! Now you try.
Alas, Rodrigo, save me! Woo!
No use.
Glad to find you so merry, my girls.
Marmy!
How have you gotten on today, my dears? Has anyone called back?
No, Marmy.
How was your cold, Meg?
Much better, Marmy.
Joe, you look tired to death.
Oh, Amy. And now, girls, I've got a treat for you all.
A letter?
Yes, a nice long letter. Your papa is well and thinks he shall get through the cold season better than we feared.
When will he come home, Marmy?
Not for many months, dear, unless he is sick, and we won't ask for him a minute sooner than he can be spared. He sends all sorts of loving wishes for Christmas and a special message to you girls. Tell them I think of them by day and pray for them by night, and find my best comfort in their affection at all times.
A year seems very long to wait to see them, but I know that they will be loving children to you.
And will do their duty faithfully so that when I come back to them.
I may be fonder and prouder than ever of my little women.
Oh, Papa.
Oh, I'm a selfish girl. But I'll truly try to be better so he won't be disappointed in me.
We all will. I think too much of my looks and hate to work, but I won't anymore if I can help it.
And I'll try not to be so rough and wild.
Each of you told what your burden wishes now, except Beth. I rather think she hasn't gotten any.
Yes, I have. Mine is envying girls with nice pianos and being afraid of people.
Oh, mouse.
Our burdens are here, our road is before us, and the longing for goodness and happiness is the guide that leads us through many troubles and mistakes. Girls, not far away lies a poor woman, Mrs. Hummel, with a newborn baby. Her children are huddled in one bed to keep from freezing, for they have no fire. There's nothing to eat over there, and they are suffering from hunger and cold. Will you give them your tea as a Christmas present?
I'm so glad you told us before we began to eat.
May I help bring things for the poor little children?
May we all go?
I shall take the cream and the muffins, for they're what I like most myself.
I thought you'd do it. You shall all go and help me, and when we come back, we'll have bread and milk and make it up at our Christmas party tomorrow.
Joe,
Yeah.
your gown. It's burnt in the back.
Oh, dear me, I forgot. Whatever shall I do?
You must sit still and make sure your back is out of sight.
My gloves. They're spoiled with lemonade. Oh, I shall go without.
You must have gloves.
Well, I can't get any new ones. Oh, I'll hold them crumpled up in my hand so no one will see how stained they are.
Oh, I shall be mortified.
Wait, I know how we can manage. We'll each wear one good one and hold one bad one.
Oh, your hands are bigger than mine. You'll stretch them dreadfully.
And I shall go without.
Oh, you may have it, you may. Oh, only don't stain and do behave nicely. Don't stare or whistle or say, Christopher Columbus! Meg, are you okay?
I'll be as prim as I can. Good night, girls.
You'll tell us all about it?
First thing tomorrow.
Christopher Columbus! Oh, dear me, I didn't know anyone else was here.
Don't mind me. Stay if you like. I only came because I felt rather strange and don't know many people.
So did I. You live near us, don't you?
Next door.
But you haven't been here very long.
I was raised abroad, but we'll go to college here.
We had such a good time over your Christmas present.
Grandpa sent it, Miss March.
But you put the idea in his head, didn't you, Mr. Lawrence?
Not Mr. Lawrence, only Lori.
Lori Lawrence, what an odd name.
Well, my first name is Theodore, but I don't like it, for the fellows call me Dora, so I made them call me Lori instead.
I hate my name. So sentimental. I wish people would just call me Joe instead of Josephine. Say, how'd you get them to stop calling me Dora?
I thrashed them!
Well, I can't thrash out March, so I suppose I'll have to bear it.
Do you like to dance, Joe?
Well enough if there's plenty of room. In places like this, I feel like I'll upset something, so I keep out of mischief and let Meg sail about.
With my tutor, Mr. Brooke. She's very pretty.
Yeah, she is. That's a splendid song. Why don't you go and try it?
I will if you come too.
I can't.
Why not?
Promise you won't tell?
Never.
Well, see, I have a bad trick of standing too close to the fire, and I burnt my frock. See, I scorched this one. So Meg told me to stay put so no one will see it.
Well, there's plenty of room here. I'm sure no one will see us.
All right. So I suppose you'll be going to college soon?
Not for another year or two.
Oh, how I wish I was going.
Do you like school?
Don't go. I wait on my Aunt March, a blessed cross-old so she is, with a fat poodle and a nasty parrot that talks Spanish. Once, a big old gentleman came to woo her, and in the middle of his fine speech, the parrot took off his wig. But Aunt March does have the most wonderful library.
Grandpa lives among his books. If you love them so much, you should come see ours.
Thank you. I adore books.
I know. Pardon me for being so rude, but sometimes you forget to put down the curtain. And it's like looking at a picture to see you and your sisters with your mother. I haven't got a mother, you know, or father.
Well, we'll never draw that curtain anymore, and I give you leave to look as much as you like. I just wish so you'd come see us.
Thank you.
Mr. President and gentlemen, I wish to propose the admission of a new member.
A new member, but what
Mr. Snodgrass, I believe Mr. Winkle has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. A new member who would add immensely to the spirit of the club and be no end jolly and nice. I propose Mr. Theodore Lawrence as an honorary member of the Pickwick Club.
No!
Oh, come on, do have him.
We don't want any boys. They only joke and bounce about.
Bring it to a vote.
Alrighty, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oh, you're just saying that because you're Joe's pet. And Mr. Lawrence lets you come over and play on his granddaughter's fine piano.
All against say nay.
Nay!
You haven't voted yet, Meg.
I'm afraid the left in our paper.
We wouldn't do anything of the sort. Lori's been so kind to us. The least we can do is offer him a place and make him feel welcome if he comes.
Yes, we should do it even if we are afraid.
Now then, vote again, and everyone remember this is our Lori and say aye.
Aye.
Bless you. Now, as there's nothing like taking time by the fetlock, allow me to present to you our new member.
No, you wrong!
You traitor! He's been there all along.
Joe, how could you?
Mr. President and ladies, I beg pardon, gentlemen. I would like to introduce myself as Samuela, the humble servant of the club.
Good, good.
My faithful friend is not to be blamed, for she only gave in after lots of teasing, but on my honor, I henceforth devote myself to the interest of this immortal club.
Here, here.
As a token of my gratitude, I would like to propose to set up a post office in the garden for the mailing of letters, manuscripts, books, and bundles. Allow me to present the club key, and with many thanks for your favor, go forth to set it up.
Hooray.
You haven't forgotten this evening, have you, Meg? Mr. Brooke is ever so anxious that you join us at the theater.
No, I haven't forgotten.
You're going somewhere? Without me?
Yes, we are. Stop bothering.
Oh, I know. You're going to see the Seven Castles. And I shall go too, for Marmee said I might. It was mean not to tell me in time.
Mother doesn't wish you to go this week because you've been ill, but you can go next week with Hannah and Beth and have a good time.
Oh, I don't like that half as well as going with you, Meg. Oh, I've been sick with this cold so long. I'm dying for some fun. Do, Meg. I'll be ever so good.
Well, Marmee wouldn't mind if we bundled her up well.
It will be very rude. Lori invited where she isn't wanted.
I shall go, next as I may. And if I pay for myself, Lori hasn't anything to do with it.
Well, you can't sit with us, for our seats are reserved, and if you sit alone, Lori will have to give up his seat. Joe will spoil everything. You can't go, you aren't invited.
Oh, you'll be sorry for this, Joe March. See if you aren't. Oh dear.
What's up?
How was the play? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, it was
It
charming.
was brilliant and wonderful. Have you seen my notebook?
No.
Amy, you were reading it last. Have you seen my notebook?
No,
Amy, you have it.
no, I don't.
Well, then you know where it is.
No, I don't.
That's a fib.
It isn't. I don't have it, don't know where it is now, and don't care.
You know something, and you better tell me at once, or I'll make you.
Scold me all you like, you'll never see your little old book again.
Why not?
I tore it up.
What? The book I put my whole heart into and meant to finish before Father got home, did you really tear it up?
Yes, I did. I told you I'd make you pay for being so cross.
You're a wicked little girl, and I'll never forgive you for as long as I live.
Oh, Joe, please forgive me.
Never!
Where are Joe and Amy? They went ice skating, Marmy.
Together. They haven't spoken a word to another in days.
Joe went with Lori. She said everybody else was being hateful, so she'd go and invite him because he always puts her to right.
Perhaps he will. After she left, Amy wanted to go ice skating too and said that Joe had promised she should go next time. So I spoke, as I thought you would, Marmy.
And how is that, dear?
I told her that though it was hard for Joe to forgive the loss of her precious book, I thought she would if Amy tried her at the right minute. So I sent her after them and told her not to say anything until Lori had got her good-natured, and then everything...
Mrs. March!
Amy fell through the ice, so Marmy! Lori, where's Nick? Bring her nightclothes and quickly, hurry! It's all my fault.
Joe, what happened?
I knew she was following us.
I called back that the ice wasn't safe in the middle.
But she didn't hear it, I didn't care. Let her watch out for herself, I thought. Then a strange feeling overcame me, and I turned around just in time to see her go under, but I couldn't move and I couldn't think, and then Lori flew by and pulled her out of the water and wrapped her in her coats. Are you sure she's safe now?
Quite safe, dear. You were sensible in covering her and getting her home quickly.
Lori did it all.
Bless you, Lori.
I'd better get going. Grandpa will be worried.
It's my dreadful temper. I try to cure it, and I think I have, and then it breaks out worse than ever.
Never get tired of trying, dear. And never think it's impossible to conquer your fault. I think your temper is the worst in the world, but mine used to be just like it.
But you're never angry.
I've learned to check the hasty words that rise to my lips, and when I feel they mean to break out, I go one away in a minute and give myself a little shake.
Well, Marmy, if I'm ever half as good as you, then I shall be satisfied.
I hope you will be a great deal better, dear. You had a warning. Remember it.
I'll try, I truly will. Amy, can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Only if you'll forgive me, Joe.
So here's where I left off. Gaston is a prisoner in a tower, and Yvonne finds him. And on a stormy night where they're least likely to be detected, Yvonne sends out his pet dove Blanchard with a thread tied around her leg. And when Gaston pulls up the thread, attached to it is a rope. Now here's the new part. Go to my mother, Yvonne told him. She will hide you away. Then pushing the boat off, she watched it vanish into the darkness. Gaston reached home safely, and Dan Gillian, concealed until anxiety for Yvonne, drove him out to seek and rescue his turn. His heart sank when he discovered that Yvonne was taken prisoner to an old fortress crowded with innocent creatures, all doomed to be guillotined or drowned. Like a sister of mercy, she went among the poor souls, huddled together in the great halls, hungry, cold, and despairing. After some weeks of this, her name was called for the days of execution. Which is it to be? She asked one of the guards, whose face was half covered with a shaggy beard. Drowned was the brutal answer, but a slip of paper was pressed into her hand, and these words breathed into her ear like a familiar voice. I am here.
Oh, Gaston!
Yes, and in the midst of his enemies, bent on saving her at the risk of his life.
Oh, then what happened?
I don't know.
Look, messages from Lloyd's mailbox. Okay, so for Meg, we have a letter and a glove.
Why, I left a pair over there. Here's only one. Did you drop one on your way?
No, there was only one in the box.
I guess the other may be found.
And then for Joe, you also have a letter and a big floppy hat.
I told Lori I wish bigger hats were the fashion because I burn my face every hot day, but he said, why mind the fashion and wear a big hat and be comfortable?
My letter is only a translation from a German song I wanted. I think Mr. Brooke did it, for it's not in Lori's handwriting.
Here's richness. Dear Joe, what ho? Some English girls and boys are coming to see me tomorrow, and I want to have a jolly good time. The weather's fine. I'm going to pitch my tent in Long Meadow and roll the whole crew out to lunch. I want you all to come. Yours ever, Lori.
Oh, I'm so glad my French print is clean. It's the thing and so becoming.
You'll come with us, won't you, Becky?
If you won't let any of the boys talk to me,
Not a one.
I like Lori, and I'm not afraid of Mr. Brooke anymore. He is so kind.
You try to fight off your shyness, and I love you for it, but fighting faults is not easy as I know.
But I don't want to play anything or sing or talk to anyone.
I'll protect you.
Then I'll go.
That's my good girl.
We'll convene next week.
I only wish I liked teaching as much as you do, Mr. Brooke.
Well, you would have good Ulrich for a pupil. I should be very sorry to lose him, but it's high time he goes to college.
And what will become of you?
I shall turn soldier. I am needed.
Yes, I should think every young man would want to go, but it must be hard for the mothers and sisters who stay at home.
Oh, well, I have neither, and very few friends to care whether I live or die.
Lori and his grandfather would care a great deal, and we would be very sad to hear of anything happening to you.
Well, thank you for saying that. Shall we, Miss Martin?
I know a secret.
Tell me.
I will if you tell me one of yours.
I haven't got one.
I'm sure you have.
Well, is your secret a nice one?
Oh, it's such fun and all about people you know.
Then tell me.
You first.
Promise you won't say anything about it at home.
Of course not.
And you won't tease me?
I never tease.
Yes, you do.
Well, I won't this time. Fire away.
I left my story with the newspaper man, and he's to give me an answer by next week.
Hurrah for Miss March, the celebrated author.
Hush, it won't come to anything. I dare say I couldn't rest till I tried. I want to do something splendid, Lori, something heroic and wonderful that won't be forgotten after I live. I think I shall write books, but I haven't told anybody about my story because I don't want them to be disappointed.
You won't fail, Joe. It won't be exciting to see your story in print.
Tell me your secret. Play fair, or I'll never believe you again.
All right. I know where Meg's glove is.
Is that all?
It'll be more than enough once I tell you where it is.
Tell them.
In Mr. Brooks' pocket.
How do you know that?
I saw it. Isn't that romantic?
No, it's more that I wish you hadn't told me.
Well, I thought you'd be pleased.
The idea of anyone coming to take Meg away? No, thank you.
Joe!
she's run to the door every time the postman rings, and she's been rude to Mr. Brooke whenever we see him.
And she won't stop whistling.
Have anything interesting there, dear? The story won't amount to much, I guess.
What's the name?
Banner of Bowman Bar.
Your story? I knew it!
I miss Joe March. Oh, Joe, I am so proud
What
of
will
you.
Father say? Or Lori?
Lori knows. When I went to get my answer, the newspaper man said he didn't pay to get her split. Said he'd get the next one paid for.
I didn't know you finished
Oh,
it.
read it to us, Joe. I want to know how it ends.
Very well. Where were we?
Yvonne was in prison, and Gaston had just come to rescue her.
Disguised as a guard, and she was to be drowned.
And she whispered as she passed, I am here.
Yes, and handed her a note. Here it is. She understood and employed every moment in loosening the rope that tied her. It was dusk when the rude hand seized her, and she made ready for the plunge. In the darkness, Gaston leapt after her, unseen, cut the rope, and swore down the river until they dread land. A new chateau will rise in the ruins of the old, he said, with a new banner never so true as now. Et tout chemin loyal.
Always loyal.
Now, who could that be?
Glad Joe doesn't have to run to meet the postman anymore.
Oh, it's one of those horrid telegraph things.
What is it, Marmee?
Mrs. March, your husband is very ill. Come at once.
I must go to Washington, but I'm afraid it may be too late.
There's no time for tears. Amy, find Lori and ask him to send a telegram saying that I will come at once. The next train goes in the morning. I'll take that. Joe, go to Aunt March. Money must be borrowed for the trip, and I'm not too proud to beg to your father. Beth, please keep the Hummels. I must leave for a while. I hope you girls will keep an eye on them for me while I'm gone. Help them any way you can.
Of course,
Meg, help me get my things. I will, Maury, but first let me get down the big trunk. Of course. Be careful on the stairs.
Don't come near me.
What's the matter?
You've had scarlet fever, haven't you?
Years ago when Meg did why?
Oh, Joe, the baby's dead.
What baby?
Mrs. Hummels. She went out for a doctor and it died in my lap before she got home.
How dreadful for you.
It wasn't dreadful, only so sad. It seemed asleep, but all of a sudden it lay very still and gave a little cry and trembled.
Well, what did you do?
I just sat and held it softly till Mrs. Hummel came with the doctor. He said it was dead and looked at Heinrich and Minna and said, "Scarlet fever, ma'am. Ought to have called me before." Mrs. Hummel told him she was poor and had tried to cure the baby herself, but it was too late, and she could only ask him to help the others and trust to charity for his pay. I cried with them till he turned round all of a sudden and told me to go home and take some belladonna right away, right after the fever.
Oh, Beth, you should. I can never forgive myself.
Don't be frightened. I did take some belladonna.
If only Marmee were home.
Please don't worry her, and don't let Amy come in here. She hasn't had it yet. Can you and Meg get it again?
Don't care if I do. It serves me right, selfish pig, to let you go to the Hummels while I stay here writing rubbish myself. We'll send Amy to Aunt March. She won't like it, but she'll have to go. And we'll bring Dr. Banks to see you.
Will you stay with me, Joe?
I'll never leave your side till you're better.
You can stay and make yourself useful, girl, if you're not sick.
I'm not sick, Aunt March.
Well, I've no doubt you will be. Don't cry, child. It worries me to hear people sniff. And what do you hear from your mother?
That father is much better.
That won't last long, I fancy. My nephew never had any stamina. Joe, is there any change?
Oh, the fever's still very high.
You must get out of it, Joe. You've been locked in here for days. How can you stand it?
I have my sweet, unselfish Beth for company.
Everyone misses her so. The milkman asks about her every day. Lori haunts the house like a restless ghost. And poor Mrs. Hummel came by to beg pardon for her thoughtlessness and to get assurance root for Minna.
Minna's gone too?
Yes.
Well, we better send for an army. Dr. Banks told us to if we could.
How can she leave Papa now? He's had a relapse.
I don't know, but we must do something.
Oh, I wish I had no heart for it aches so.
She doesn't even know us anymore, Meg. If life is often as hard as this, I don't see how we can get through it. I can't, Elizabeth. I can't.
Joe!
You mustn't come in here.
Mr. Brooke has sent word your father's improving again.
I'm so glad.
There's more. I telegraphed your mother. She should be in by tonight.
Oh, how dreadful of me. You were just such a dear to go and do it. I couldn't help but fly in.
I don't mind. I got fidgety, you see, and so did Grandpa. We thought your mother would never forgive us if Beth, well, if anything happened. The late train is in at 2 a.m. I shall go for her.
You're an angel, Lord. How shall I ever thank you?
Fly at me again. I'd rather like it.
Don't tease, but do go home and rest. You'll be up half the night. Bless you, Lord. Bless you. How dreary the world looks in this winding sheet of snow. Oh, what is it, Meg?
She's so still.
Oh no. Get in, March, hurry! Go! Hi, Beth. Beth? Goodbye.
Oh, don't go. Are you afraid of me, Margaret?
How can I be afraid of you when you helped Papa? I just wish I knew how to thank you for it.
Shall I tell you?
No, please don't.
I only want to know if you care for me. A little, Meg. I love you so
I'm
much.
too young.
I'll wait. And in the meantime, maybe you could be learning to like me. Would that be a hard lesson to learn?
Not if I choose to learn it, but I don't know if I can.
Please choose to learn. Meg, I love to teach.
I don't choose. Please go away and let me be.
Do you really mean that?
Yes, I do. I don't want to be worried about such things. It's too soon.
Meg, I hope you'll change your mind by and by, but don't play with me, Meg. I don't think of you like that.
Don't think of me at all. I'd rather you wouldn't.
Bless me, what's all this?
It's Father's friend, Aunt March.
Well, what's Father's friend saying to make you look like a peony? There's mischief going on, and I insist on knowing what it is.
We were merely talking. Mr. Brooke brought Father home from Washington.
Brooke? That boy's tutor? You haven't gone and accepted him, child.
Hush, he'll hear you.
Well, I've something to say, he'd better hear. And I must free my mind at once. Tell me, do you mean to marry this cook? If you do, not one penny of my money ever goes to you. Remember that and be a sensible girl.
I shall marry whom I please, Aunt March, and you can leave your money to anyone you like.
Hi, is that the way you take my advice, miss? I meant it kindly and don't want you to spoil your life by making a mistake at the very beginning.
I know he doesn't have any relations, but he has many warm friends. I couldn't do better if I waited half of my life. John is good and wise. Everyone likes and respects him, and I'm proud to think that he should care for me.
You're a willful child, and you've lost more than you know by this piece of folly. I'm disappointed in you and haven't the strength to see your father. I wash my hands of the whole affair.
Thank you for thinking me, Meg, and for Aunt March to prove that you care about me even a little bit.
I didn't know how much till she abused you.
Well, will you accept me?
Yes, John. Oh, Joe, congratulate us.
Oh, someone come down quick. John Brooke is acting dreadful and Meg likes it. I don't approve of the match, but I've made up my mind to bear it. You have no idea how hard it is to lose a wife.
You don't give her up. You only go halves.
But I've lost my dearest friend.
You got me, Joe. I'll stand by you all the days of my life.
I know you will, and I'm ever so much fun.
I'll be done with college before long, and then we can go abroad. Would that console you?
I think it will, but there's no knowing what may happen in 3 years.
Well, wouldn't you like to look ahead and see where we all shall be?
I think not, or I might see something sad and everyone looks so happy now. I don't believe things will be much improved. Well, Laureate, nothing will ever be the same again.
From one of the windows of the chateau tower, a boy's face looked out, full of eager longing. Does that mean?
Of course.
I'll away to Yvonne, he declared. She can tell better tales than any in this weary book. And that's you.
Christmas won't be Christmas without new presents, grumbled Joe. So dreadful to be poor, sighed Nick. I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things and other girls nothing at all, Edwin. We've got father and mother and each other, sighed Nick. The 4 young faces on which the firelight brightened at the cheerful words.